What's up, YouTube? Jeff, your Style OG. And on today's video, we're going to talk about 7 of the biggest insecurities us guys have and how we might be able to fix them. If you're new to the channel, we release a new video every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, discussing various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. I invite you to subscribe, tap that notification bell, and join us. And to my returning friends like Terrence Woods, salute. Now, first things first, let's get this out of the way. Every guy has insecurities. I don't care how polished and put together another guy may look, he has insecurities just like you do. The difference is how some guys acknowledge and deal with those insecurities. And that's what I want to talk to you about on today's video. On today's video, I'm going to identify 7 of the top insecurities us fellas deal with, but more importantly, I'm going to give you a few tips on how you might work on them and eventually fix them. So without any further delay, let's hop right into the video. First up on the list of insecurities is definitely one a lot of us are dealing with these days. I'm talking about job insecurity. A lot of us are worried about our current jobs and our careers. And that's a natural fear to have, especially with the changes the economy has been going through over the last several months. You may actually lose your job. That's a reality of life and one you might not be in control of, but you are in control of how you deal with it. If you are worried about your job and career, there's several things I suggest. First, be proactive. While you're at your job, give your best performance every day. Now, of course, not only will it make it more likely you'll keep your job, remember things you achieve and your accomplishments you can put on your resume for the potential new job. Great work is remembered. Secondly, be proactive. Make sure you stay up on current information and knowledge in your field. That allows you to be more valuable at your current job and a prospective job. And lastly, what I suggest, be open to new opportunities. The average American will have 10 different jobs and 4 or 5 careers. More than likely, you're going to change your job eventually. Try to think of it as a new opportunity, not an insecurity. Next up on the list of insecurities is one a lot of guys definitely deal with: not feeling secure about your looks or your body image. And I found the main reason for this insecurity is the problem of comparing and contrasting yourself to other guys. Think about it. Being shorter, fatter, not as handsome are all comparative adjectives. No matter where you go in life, there's always going to be somebody bigger, faster, stronger, and better looking than you. And a lot of these things are out of your control. I'm always going to be 5'10". I don't think my hair is going to grow back. So how can you proactively fix this insecurity? What I suggest, accept the things you can't change, like your height, but work on the things you can fix. You see, your number one competition is the guy in the mirror. You can always be a better you tomorrow. Prove the things that you can. Exercise, eat better, develop a skincare routine. You're never gonna be the fittest, most handsome, or tallest guy in the world, but you can accept who you are and be the better version of yourself tomorrow. And one of the things you definitely can't change is that handsome face you were born with. But what you can do is present a face that's healthier, fresher looking, and younger looking by using a skincare routine like the one I use from today's video sponsor, Tiege Hanley. A skincare system developed specifically for us guys. Now, some of the pushback I get from guys when they're thinking about starting a skincare routine is that it's too complicated, it won't work, and it's not affordable. Tiege Hanley solves all those problems. Tiege Hanley is simple, affordable, and effective. And they do a great job of flattening the learning curve when it comes to starting the skincare routine. That's because they let you know what to use, when to use it, and how much of it to use, all provided in a convenient 30-day supply. When you're a member of Tiege Hanley, you get everything you need for a great skincare routine. I'm talking about wash, moisturizer, and scrub. And for us older G's, a skin tightening serum and eye cream. And one of the great things about being a member of Tiege Hanley is that you get exclusive access to new products, like this great hand cream they recently launched. Hands is a great product because it has 3 key ingredients that work together to hydrate and moisturize your hands. You have avocado oil, which is a naturally hydrating oil that helps moisturize, restore, and soothe the skin. You have sunflower seed oil that's rich in beta carotene that helps to nourish and restore your skin's natural barrier. And you have vitamin E, which moisturizes and helps protect your hands from environmental stresses. This is just one of the great new products you'll have exclusive access to when you're a member of Teej Hanley. So I highly recommend you hit the link in the description and become a member of Teej Hanley today. You'll have a skincare system made specifically for us guys that's simple, affordable, but most importantly, effective. Next up on my list of the biggest insecurities us guys deal with is a little bit related to the first one, job insecurity. A lot of us have financial insecurity. Can I pay my bills? Am I gonna make it to next month? What does my financial future hold? All of us worry about this. The first thing you have to do is know your numbers. So many guys don't even have a budget. You gotta know what's going in and coming out to feel more secure. For 3 months, keep track of everything you spend and everything that comes in. After 3 months, get an average. Know what your overhead is. Then you do the next thing. Save up at least 9 months of your monthly expenses. That way, if an emergency comes around, you miss a little work, or God forbid you lose your job, you have a 9-month cushion. That's so important. The next thing you do is make a plan to get out of debt if you have it. The quickest way to give yourself a raise is to reduce your expenses. One of the great ways to do that, make a plan to reduce your debt. Now it's time to invest and take advantage of compound interest. That way you're having your money work for you. Do those simple 3 things and you'll feel a little bit more secure financially. Next up, let's talk about another insecurity that every guy, whether he admits it or not, has experienced at least once in their lifetime. Sexual insecurity, more specifically, worried about your size and your performance. Trust me, we've all been there. To be honest with you, a lot of this is based on false information. For example, a lot of guys think the average penis size is bigger than it is. Do yourself a favor, read up on the average penis size. You'll be surprised, it's smaller than you think, and you measure up probably a lot better than you thought you did. Do yourself a favor and realize porn is not the real world sexually. The problem with porn, it gives you these false ideas on what real sex looks like. Nobody's swinging from the chandeliers every day. If your sex life doesn't measure up to porn, that's because it's not supposed to. Porn is a fantasy, not real. And thirdly, one of the things that definitely will help you, and something I learned as a younger guy, pay attention to the responses you get from the different things you do when you're being intimate with a woman. A woman's body will tell you if you're doing the right or wrong thing. And to take it even further, ask your woman what she likes. Swallow your ego and pride. Seek the information. This actually will make it easier for you to please your woman if you take the time to ask her questions and find out what she likes and doesn't like. Being informed will make you a better lover and will make you much more secure sexually. Next up on the list is one I've struggled with since my teenage years, and a lot of fellas can identify. Being that extra sweaty guy with the pitted out armpits. And I tell you, it's so embarrassing. But there are a few things you can do to try to combat it. The first thing you can do, lose a few pounds. The more weight you carry, the more overactive your sweat glands become. Secondly, the thing I've been doing for the last several years, use a clinical strength antiperspirant, but even more important, apply it at night. This allows the antiperspirant to work overnight to close up your pores, resulting in less sweat throughout the day. And another thing I've been suggesting on this channel for a while, wear undershirts. Undershirts provide a great barrier between your sweat and that precious shirt of yours. And last but not least, if you have a very serious sweating problem, seek medical attention. You may be suffering from hyperhidrosis or, God forbid, a more serious underlying condition. If you sweat super excessively and nothing seems to work, go see a doctor. Another insecurity I've noticed a lot of guys suffering with, intellectual insecurity. In other words, am I smart enough? Nobody wants to feel dumb. And you definitely don't want to walk in a room worried about will you say the right thing or will you be able to engage in intelligent conversation. And there's a few things I suggest for guys that feel this way. First off, be okay with not knowing. Nobody knows everything. And it's often said, the wise man knows he's foolish and the foolish man thinks he's wise. So it's great to acknowledge you don't know everything and be intellectually curious. The more you admit what you don't know, it's more likely that you'll learn more and become more intelligent. And that's where what I recommend on this channel over and over comes in. Read more. I can't tell you how valuable reading has been throughout my life. It's given me such a wide breadth of knowledge. It enables me to talk to you guys on a wide range of subjects. It's not because I'm any smarter than you, it's because I've read so much, expanding my knowledge base. One of the things you definitely want to do, and something I've never been afraid to do, ask questions. How else will you learn if you don't ask questions, especially about things you're curious about? Ask questions, read, be curious, and admit you don't know everything. You're on a road to being smarter than you already are. And last but certainly not least, on my list of 7 of the biggest male insecurities and how you can fix them, is one that's very important to pay attention to. A lot of guys are insecure about having insecurities. We all are insecure. No matter how polished the guy may come off, he has insecurities as well. You're always gonna have insecurities. Insecurities are natural. They allow you to have self-reflection, to know what you need to work on. Stop thinking that you have to have everything in check. So be okay with being uncomfortable. Be okay with being insecure. That's how you acknowledge these shortcomings, work on them, and possibly fix them. Okay, so there you have it. 7 of the biggest male insecurities and how you can work on fixing them. Once again, I want to thank today's video sponsor, Teach Hanley. Make sure you hit the link in the description and get started with your membership on the best, simple, affordable, and effective skincare for men. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, hit that like button. Helps the channel to grow. And of course, tap the notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos we release every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And I'll check you out the next time.